Hello everybody, welcome back to more My Summer Car. We're going to be building the car again today. That's what we're doing. I've done my supply run so I can focus fully on building the car. Making some progress. The car's moved again. Bloody thing. I swear it's trying to get away from me. You know what? I'm going to chuck that in the garage. I'm not using the little jack anymore. Can I push the car forward? Can I give it a shove? Try and move it a little bit closer back towards the garage. No, don't punch it. I want to push it. Go on, push. Push the car. Right, straightened it up. It's probably not going to push too well until I get the wheels on. Oh, no, it does push. I can push it without the wheels on. That's pretty cool, you got to admit, that's pretty cool. Get it back towards the garage doors. There, that'll do. A little bit tight there. I can just about get through that gap. Right, we're not going to bother with that jack. I think I'm going to use the bigger one this time. See if it stays on the big jack. Where did I put it? Over there. Over there by the door. Okay, so that goes onto the front of the car. That there will do, I think. Today's plan. I'm going to get the steering column bolted in. I am going to find the bolt for the steering column, and I am going to bolt that in. I'm then going to put the wheels on. I'm going to do the rear suspension and everything, and then put the rear wheels on, and then I'm going to be able to roll that car into the garage over the pit, and then I can start work on assembling the engine. Now there's a couple more bits and pieces. Like I forgot to bolt that down in the earlier part. I forgot to bolt the half shafts. Look, I've probably got the wrong spanner. I've got the wrong size spanner. I have, yes. It's a 12mm I want for that. 12mm spanner. Oh, there we go, look at that. Pulls the spindles in straight then, look. Right. Oh. Crikey. Keep slamming into the car. Everything straightens up. Bingo. I will have to align the wheels later on before I can actually drive the car, but that's one of the very last things you do. Is do the wheel alignment and the tracking. Now where is that bolt for the steering column? It's not inside the car. Don't think. No, it's not on top. I always keep thinking there should be a bolt on the top there, but there isn't. It's in the. I believe it's in there. Let's see if I can find it. Can I get to it? There it is. There it was. I saw it. Climb in. I think there's two. I think there's two. I think there's one top and bottom. Need to find a way to get to it. There it is. There we go. Steering column bolted in. Booyah! Right. Let's go get ourselves some wheels now. Oh look, you can see my mod. I've done my mod that I said I was going to do in the last game. I changed the flag in the garage. There's now a St George's flag on the wall because obviously I'm part of the, you know, English master race. So I'm not flying the Finnish flag anymore in this game because I'm not Valtteri Bottas or Kimi Räikkönen. This is not their garage, this is my house. And like I say, English master race. Right, let's put the wheels on. Oh, no, the wheels have gone derpy. Front right. There we go. Front right is on. Let's go get the front left now then. The sauna's still on. That's a good sign. I think I've finally figured out how that works. Okay, let's rotate that. Right, now we need to bolt those on. And those are going to be, I think, 13mm spanners for that. $14mm for the spindle. The discs breaks. Okay. Yeah. 13mm. I keep pulling out the wrong spanners. I know the right size. I just keep grabbing the wrong size. And remember to tighten them diagonally, like you would on a real car. Look at them horrible, crappy steel rims. No alloys on this baby. Maybe that's one of the first things I'll have to invest in, a nice cool set of alloys. Starting to take shape now, you've got to admit, it's starting to look like a car. The fact that we've got two wheels on it now. I can lower the front down now, I think. Can I? How do I do that? I need the hand symbol. There we go. Lower it. Bingo. Now I'm going to stick that around the back of the car now, because I'm going to put the back suspension on. So the trail arms, the springs, shock absorbers, and the drum brakes, and then the rear wheels. And then we'll have a car that actually moves. It'll be a bit of a Fred Flintstone type deal, because obviously it has no motor in it yet. But at least like phase one of the build is complete at that point. Right, so let's go grab us the trail arms. Trail arm, rear left. Got the orientation of that all messed up. Ooh, it's derping out on me. My summer physics. There we go. That's in place. Then we go grab the other one. Must keep remembering to stand up, because otherwise I'm crawling everywhere. Alright, let's grab that the right way round. There we go. Right, now let's bolt that in. Probably easier to go this way, because if I keep trying to squeeze through that gap, I'm going to end up knocking the car sideways. Right, there's a couple of bolts here, I think. There's one. I think there's 2 bolts on each trail arm. And make sure they're nice and tight. Last thing we want is a whole wheel assembly dropping off the car when we take it for its first test drive. Right, what's next? Trail arms are done. Springs, I think. Is it spring? I think it's the springs. I don't think these have a left or right. You can put them on. They're pretty universal. You can put them on either side. Get those in there somewhere. There we go. One spring. Oh. Have to put your head through a brick wall. There's another spring. There we go. Coil springs are in place. Right, let's go grab the shocky absorbers now. Shocky absorbers. These have a left and right. No, these are universal too. They do, however, have an up and a down. I think that's the correct way. Because I think they have 2 bolts down and then they have 1 bolt up. Somewhere in here it should go. There we go. Oh, had it. Oh no, it's derping out on me. Let's drop it down. No, drop it down. My summer physics is still derping. Look at that. It's alive. Oh, I saw a tick box then. It's somewhere here. If you think this is the tedious part of the game, you wait till I start building the engine. Woohoo! Oh dear me, is that thing got some glitchy elements to it. And a bit finicky about where you place stuff. And then don't get me started on the whole exhaust. Putting the exhaust on the car, because that is an absolute pain in the ass. Come on, it's somewhere around here. I've had to tick a couple of times. There we go. 1 shock absorber. Right, let's go grab the other one. And then we've just got the drum brakes and the wheels, and we're done. Oh, had that there for a second. There we go. Right. So I think there is 1 bolt inside the car. That one there. And then there's 2 down at the back of the trail arm. To secure the shock absorbers in place. So let's go change spanner. I think we want 9mm. Is it? No, 6mm, apparently. They're in there somewhere. There we go. Should be another one somewhere. Oh, I saw it then. Saw it. On the other side. There. There it is. Done. Frogs are croaking, the birds are singing, there's an owl or something hooting and making an awful row. It's a shame you can't buy a gun and shoot the thing to keep it quiet. There we go. Bolt that one in place. That one's done. Right then. Drum brakes for the rear. And again, doesn't matter on these, no left or right, no specifics, just whack them on. Same as pretty much the whole, apart from the trail arms, everything on the rear suspension is pretty universal. You can whack it on either side, it doesn't matter. Right, so I'm going to bolt those in place. And these are like the front spindles. They use the same size bolt. So again, you start to learn what size spanners you need for certain things. They tend to be pretty universal. So the brakes use the same size bolts. Obviously the wheels will use the same size bolts, and I'm going to put that out of the way before I trip over it or something and break my neck. So rear wheels, now these do have a left and right. Rear left. Tell you what, one of the first things I'm probably going to have to buy for this car is some new tyres, because they look a bit bald to me. They don't look very legal. Ugh. Derpy physics. My summer physics. Right. Last wheel, and then we can button, then the car will move. With a bit of help from us giving it a shove, of course, but at least it'll roll about a lot easier. Right, grab the 13mm spanner to tighten those nuts up. And then we can start work on building the engine. And I'll probably do that on the bench. I'll start building it on the bench, getting it assembled, and then once I've got to a certain point, then I'll put it on the hoist, because obviously it'll get too heavy else for me to be able to lift and move it around. And I'm going to need it on the hoist anyway to be able to lower it and hold it in place inside the car, so I can fix it in place once I'm ready to put the engine in the car. So the rear wheels are bolted on. Okay, I think we're done at this point. I don't think there's any bolts I've missed. I'm sure people will let me know in the comment section if I have missed anything on that phase of the build. Right, let's clear some space on here. So let's put the air filter on the shelf for a start. And then let's chuck the headlights up there, because I'm not going to need them for a while. Okay, and then I can get the engine block up on the bench. I'm going to grab the toolkit from outside though, bring that back in. I'm also going to quickly grab a drink and some food, I think, because I'm getting a little bit hungry and thirsty. Headbutt the wall. Yeah. Right. What am I going to eat? What is there in the cupboard? What do I fancy? Macaroni? Let's eat a macaroni. That'll do. Might as well have a quick tinkle while I'm in here as well. Oop, bit more. There we go. Look at that. I'm getting a pro at that. You know what? I might plug the phone back in actually, since I'm going to be at the house for the next day or so while I'm building this engine. Then I can maybe get some jobs. Right. First things I need, engine block, which is this thing down here. Okay, and then we're going to need the... Not that. Crankshaft, is it? Crankshaft. That just slots in, and then I'm pretty sure... Pretty sure I need the bearings then to hold that in place. So it should be a case of just dropping these on and then bolting them into place, and then that's the crankshaft held in. Then I can get the pistons in. But for some reason these aren't wanting to go on. Why? Why you hate me? Is that not right then? The bearings not go on at this point? Do I put the pistons in first? Let's grab a piston. Oh no. That's messed up the orientation of it now, look. You have to pick it up again. Try and pick it up from the right angle. There we go. Right. Nope. Where does it go? It wants to go in one of these holes. Pretty sure. It should go in one of these. The pistons are numbered. Oh, okay. That knocked my crankshaft out. Why did you do that to me, game? Drop the piston on the floor. Obviously you would never do that in real life with a piston because they are a precision ground component and you wouldn't want to damage the surface of the piston, otherwise you're going to end up with a very bad fit inside the cylinder head. So you should really treat your pistons with great care because obviously they are normally chrome plated or nickel plated and then precision ground for the absolute best fit. No. Pretty sure it goes in that end one. That's where I had it last time. There we go. And it falls apart again. Saved by the phone, because I was about to get quite cross then and throw that thing at the wall. Oh.
I may Meidän likakaivo olisi ihan täynnä taas, et tulisiks putsailemaan sen?
Could you suck our sewage well dry? I pay, of course. Okay. So he's up near the town. Okay, fair enough. That's one job in the bank to do later on. I'm missing something here. Camshaft. Okay, no, the camshaft's something completely different. It's definitely the crankshaft that goes in there, and then the pistons. That one goes in there. There, because where that tick is. What? Seriously, game? Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Do I have this I have the block upside down, don't I? I just realised the mounting point for the hoist wants to be on the top. I've got the block upside down. Duh. Now let's get the camshaft. Oh, no. derpyphysics.com. There's a tick. There we go. Right. No. Leave that be. The phone again? Seriously? What do you want now?
Heippa, tässä olisi isi käski soittaa.
My dad asked me to call about the sewage well. It is full and he is drunk.
Tuo kaivo, likakaivo ja...
Really?
Ja täynnä ja tartti.
That's Parent of the Year award material right there. The guy's so drunk his little kid has to ring up to book for the sewage tank to be emptied. Right, let's try getting these bearing things on. Because I'm thinking that oh, there we go, there's a tick there. There was a tick. Where is it? Back up, back up, back up. Oh, I dropped it. No. These fiddly little bits. Not going to go on. I'm going to have to turn it round now. This should be, I think, this game should be classified as a patience simulator. Because it takes a lot of patience to do this. I can understand it not being for everybody. Come on, you're going to have to turn that round. Right. That's it. Pick it up from the back edge now. That's it, that's it, that's it. Now that should just click on. There we go. There was a tick. Find it. There we go. And once they're bolted in place, I'll be able to put the pistons in. and then it won't kick the camshaft out. There we go. We're making progress now. Stand up. Pick that up from that edge. Oh. Derpyphysics.com. Spin it around. Put it on the bench. Very close to dropping it on the floor. Right, rotate it a bit more. Drop it down. So it stands up. Pick it up from the back. And that should then just click into place. Booyah! Now we need the spanner. And I really should bring the toolkit inside. There, that'll be a lot easier. Oh, don't fall in the pit. Right, pull that down there. Those paint cans out of the way. Right. I'll tell you what, I might need to move the engine actually. The block. Because it's a little bit in the way. There, put it right on the edge. Better. Let's tighten these bad boys up. JD. Now, what should happen is, that should, in effect, see, they slot in now and they don't kick the camshaft out. Spot on. Rotate that one will go in the other end. And then the next two. Piston 3, and then we'll bolt them in place. That one goes in there. Right. Okay, spanner. Spanner. What size for them? 6 mil? I'm guessing? Or 7 mil? Maybe 7. Is it 7? Seven mil's a good bet. So get them bolted in, and then it'll be a case of putting on the, flipping the engine, the block forward, putting the head gasket on, check that they're tight. Right. So rotate that towards me. Drop it down. Right, head gasket, which is this thing over here. Lay that on the top. Right. Then we want the rocker. Is it the rocker? No, cylinder head. Cylinder head. That's what I want. Put that on. Bolt that into place. Wrong size spanner. There's 7mm as well. Lots of 7mm bolts on the engine. So you do have to be a little bit careful when you're working on it, especially later on when you've got it assembled and in the car, because you can find quite quickly that you end up loosening or tightening the wrong bolts. So make sure they're nice and tight. There's 10 on this. So it seems a bit excessive. The valve head cover. But there we go. Bolted in place. Next port call will be the rocker. A rocker shaft. Is it a rocker shaft? Or is it the header? The header. Let's get that put on. That goes on the back. Somewhere about there. Righty-o. You know what? I'm going to have to move that again. Let's bring that to the edge of the bench, maybe. Because it's a bit far away. Oh, don't drop it through the bench, though. Let's get the header bolted on now. And I think there's 5 bolts on this, if I'm right. 2 each end, 1 in the middle. derpyphysics.com. There it is. Come on, game. I want to see the nut. I want to see the nut. There we go. Come on now. That's it. derpyphysics.com. Right, and I've got one more to do on there. I think the bottom one, isn't it? It should be under there. And there we go. That's the header on. And that's it for this episode. Join me in the next episode where we carry on building the engine. I thank you all for watching. Please leave your likes, your comments, subscribe, and I will see you all again very, very soon.